Hey, hello and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day, Techfest and the Q. Hope you all are doing well. Also, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel as a lot of efforts go into solving the problem and creating the video. Thank you. So let's quickly see through an example, right, what the problem is asking us. So we'll be given A and B, right? And what we want to do is we want to return the sum of the power of the prime factors, right, between these numbers, that is 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. So now what is a prime factor? A prime factor is nothing but a factor which is a prime number. A factor which is a prime number. So let's quickly see for 9, right? What is a prime factor? 3 into 3. So 3 is a prime number. Both these numbers are prime number, right? So what we have to do is we have to take the power, right, and add to the answer. So answer, right? Answer equal to 2, right? Here. Then for 10, what are the prime factors? Both 2 into 5. So both these numbers are prime numbers, right? We want to consider the power. So 1 plus 1. Okay. 1 plus 1. Similarly, for 11, the prime factor is 11, right? 11 itself. And what is the power? 1. 1. For 12, the prime factors are 2 into 2 raised to the power 2 into 3, right? So to consider the powers, right? Plus 2 plus 1. So in this way, the answer is 8. Okay. So we are going to use, so let's see what will be the approach, right? So we'll be using the the flavor of sieve of Eratosthenes, right? Which is generally used to calculate the prime numbers, right? Which is used to store the prime numbers. So we are going to use a similar approach, right? So what we're going to do, for example, right? So we are going to have an array, okay? We are going to have an array of 12 size, right? That is b plus 1 size, right? Okay, so it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, for example, right? 12. Okay, and all these elements will be, the array will be filled with uh, the array will be filled with -1. Okay, -1. Let's, I won't write -1 here. And what we're going to do is, we are going to start with this, the prime number itself, right? The first prime number itself. And what we're going to do is, we are going to fill, right? Now, the prime factor of 2 is 2 itself. Okay, the prime factor of 2 is 2 itself. And we are going to fill the multiples of 2, right? With 2. So, why? Because the smallest prime factor, we are going to store the smallest prime factor in the array. Okay. So, the smallest prime factor of 4 is definitely 2. What is the prime factor of 2? 2 into 2, right? Right? 4. So, the smallest prime factor for 4 is 2. Similarly, the smallest prime factor for, so, right, multiples of 2, we are going to go and store the 2, right? So, the smallest prime factor for 6 is 2. 2 into 3, for example, right? 2 into 3, right? But we are going to store the smallest prime factor. Okay. Similarly, for 8, it will be 2. We are going to go into the multiples of 2 and we're going to store 2 over there. 2, 2, right? So we filled here. Then what we're going to do? So we will come here 3 now, right? On 3. So if you see, right, we are filling over here. So we are going I equal to 2. We started with 2, right? 2, right? And then what we did? If it is -1, we are going to fill the array with -1, right? First it will be -1, right? Everything will be -1. Okay. Then if a particular location is -1, then we are going to go ahead. Okay. And we are going to go to the multiples of I, right? As I said, right? Multiples of I, right? And we are going to fill that I. So here what we did, we went this internal, right? For loop is going to the multiples of I and we are filling that I. Okay. We did the same thing here, right? So similarly, we'll come here now. I will be 3, right? So we are going to fill 3. The prime factor of 3 is 3 itself, right? And then multiple, we are going to go to the multiple, right? 3 into, j into I, right? It will be 6 now. 6, right? But 6 is already filled. See what we're doing here? If it is -1, then only go inside this and fill. So we won't store 3 here because like 2 is a smallest prime factor, right? So we won't store here, right? Then we'll go to 9. We'll go to 9 here and we are going to store. It will be -1 here initially, right? -1 here, right? So we are going to store this 3. Okay, the smallest prime factor of 9 is 3, right? Similarly, okay, again 12, but 12 here, 2 is already filled. So we won't touch anything, right? Then we'll go to 4. I equal to 4, right? So it is already filled, right, with 2. Then we'll go to 8, right? It is already filled with 2, right? And 12, it is already filled with 2. Okay. So we won't, then we'll come here 5. So it is empty here. It will be -1 here initially. So we are going to fill 5. The prime factor of 5 is 5 itself. Then we'll go to 10, but it is already filled. And no point in going to 15, right? Then we'll come here 6. 6 is already filled with 2. The multiple of 6, 6 into 2 is 12, which is again, it is already filled, right? Then 7. 7, yes, it is -1 initially. So we'll fill with 7, right? I, right? I. See here we are starting this j equal to I, right? We are starting with I. And then we are incrementing with I again. So that is 7, 14, right? 21, like that. So here we filled 7, right? And then no point in going ahead, right? Then 8 we came here. Similarly, we'll go here and then 11, right? So initially it will minus 1. So we will put it 11. So prime factor of 11 is 11 itself, right? So in this way, we'll fill this array. The array is filled now. Now what we're going to do is, now we'll start with A, right? We'll have a for loop. For A, for example, we'll start with 9, right? We'll have a for loop here, right? Which will start with A, which is 9 and till 12, right? Including 12, right? So first let's start with 9. So what it will be? We are putting in X, right? So X is what? X is 9, right? X is 9. And then what we're doing is, we are going to divide by the prime smallest prime factor of 9, right? Right? So SPF of 9 is what? Is 9 divided by SPF of 9 is 3, right? So we found one prime factor 3, right? 3. And then again, we'll go till X is 1, right? So this will be X again. So 3, SPF of 3, SPF of 3, right here. So what is SPF of 3 here? It is 3 itself. So 3 divided by 3, it will give us 1, right? So 1. So we are incrementing the answer again, right? So each time we are going to increment the answer. Okay. So it will be 2 now, right? Answer equal to 2, right? Answer equal to 2. So if you see here, for 9, right? Answer was 2 here, right? Sum of power till 9 was 2, right? So answer is 2 now. And similarly, what we're going to do, we'll have, so now we'll go to 10 now, right? X will be 10. So similarly, we'll take some prime factor of 10. What is the prime factor of 10 here? 10 here? It is 2, right? So 2. We'll do it 2 and we'll have 5. And also we'll increment the answer here. So answer will be 3, right? Then 5 came, right? 5 divided by SPF of 5, right? SPF of 5, which is 5 itself, right? So 5 divided by 5, it will give us 1. So again, we'll increment the answer. So here till now, till 10, we have, what is the answer? 4, right? Here 2 and 2, 4. So answer is 4 here. So in this way, in this fashion, we are going to go and we are going to calculate the answer and we are going to return the answer, right? So this is a solution I hope you've got. Let's quickly submit the solution. So quick explanation for this, right? See, the solution is accepted. So B equal to 1, right? If B is equal to 1, simply return 0 because 1 is not a prime number, right? 1 is not a prime number. If B is 1, then A is also going to be 1, right? So we'll return 0. Similarly, if B is greater than 1, but A is 1, then we are going to increment A because like 1 is not a, like there's no prime factor for 1, right? Because 1 itself is not a prime number, okay? So these are the base conditions. Then we are going to, I've explained this, right? So similarly, the C++ code is also same. So here's a C++ code, right? Only difference is this vector initialization, right? That is the array creation, right? So the code is same, almost same for C++ as well. So this is a solution I hope you've got. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a happy, healthy, and a great day. Thank you so much.